Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure. In our last video, we tackled all of the rampages here on the Eastern Island and ended up over there at the north, pretty close to our safe house. And this video is all about unique jumps. And so there's some setup here for the first two unique jumps, which are the toughest in this whole lot of unique jumps in this video by far. So you can see that I found this Sanchez on the road. I was on my way to the fixed PCJ spawn for PCJ Playground, but this one was here. I didn't want credit for this particular unique jump at this moment, so I went way off to the right just to get myself into the film studio without the credit. And then we are going to run over and pick up the fixed spawn packer over here to our left. And we are going to place it in a certain spot. And so I will tell you that I'm going to do the jumps here on the Eastern Island in the order in which they appear on the wiki page for by city jumps, and that wiki page is linked below. And the very first two jumps are over on the piers in the far south west of this island. And the tricky part is that the piers are behind locked gates, and it's I showed in a previous video, I think it's a previous video, where you can get on the other side of those locked gates by making yourself a bridge. Well, that will get Tommy over there, but it won't get Tommy and his bike over there. And so all of this setup stuff, this is just quadruple speed here. All this setup stuff is in order to try to get a bike and Tommy over to the other side of those gates so I can do those two pier jumps. So I don't know if others have thought to do this technique, probably, but anyway, what I'm doing right here is something that I didn't see anywhere online, and that is my patented double packer strategy. My mini goal here is to extricate a packer from the film studio, and so we use one packer, and then we drove away, and got another packer to respawn, and here we go. Packer outside of the film studio. Okay, so then we'll skip the long drive all the way down to the docks, but they're right here. And I'm angling the Packer so that I can launch my motorcycle, which I don't yet have, off of the Packer and hopefully land on that pier on the other side of the gate. Now, this is the very first attempt at this. I didn't even know if I had enough velocity to reach, let alone was my angle correct for the Packer. And here in GTA Failure Land, things never go well the first time, but I always show you the like the highlights. But this was my first attempt, and fingers crossed. I think this guy's going to get in my way. Of course. Move, sir. You and your leather jacket. There you go. Okay, so fingers crossed that we can somehow land and maintain control of the bike, not just go careening off the pier into the water. And boom, easy. First time, every time. Okay, so here are the very first two unique jumps. They are both annoying to me, not just because of this silly challenge. I mean, it's much easier to get over here when those gates are open, but because I died many times doing one or both of these unique jumps, especially when I was playing on the Kindle Fire. I would land and then I would lose control and flip off the pier into the water. And you can get back from here by jumping over one final ramp. It's not a unique jump, but it's clearly designed to help us get back to dry land. All right, so let's give both of those jumps a 2 out of 10. I'm not a fan. This is the final jump from PCJ Playground, and it bleeds into the very next jump right on the next rooftop over. These two are pretty cool. I'll give the first one a 9. I like that one quite a bit, but the second one I'm going to dock because I always end up smacking into this building, and that doesn't feel so cool. 5 out of 10 on the second one. All right, this is at the top of the parking garage where we did Cone Crazy 23 times. And all you have to do is get far enough. In this case, we got credit and then kept on going. Okay, this is in the alley that we use for PCJ Playground. This one's kind of boring. I don't know. So the Cone Crazy one, I like that one. We'll give that one a 7. This one here is just, there's no scenery or anything. So 3 on that one. This one here, I also failed so many times on the Kindle Fire because it was impossible to lean forward, and I think you have to lean to get credit for that jump. 2 out of 10. I have bad memories of that one. All right, the next one is just on the adjacent building, so we won't cut the video. We'll just head over the middle of these 3 ramps here. This one's pretty cool. It's quite straightforward. 8 out of 10 on that one. And I think I'll pause on the rating game so I can just kind of get everybody caught up here. Oh, this one's terrible. 2 out of 10. I failed this one so many times too when I speedrun. I don't know where the right landing zone is. I think I just don't usually get enough speed for that one. Okay, so if you recall, a few videos back, we tackled all of the unique jumps on the West Island except for one, which is currently inaccessible. It's like up an elevator that you have to take during a particular mission. And so we did 15 of 16 jumps on the Western Island and then one on Starfish Island. So before this video you're watching right now, we had successfully completed 16 out of 36 unique jumps. And in this video, we're going to tackle all 18 of the jumps on the Eastern Island. And so that's going to bring us up to 35 out of, or sorry, 18 on the Eastern Island plus the one on Prawn Island. And that's going to bring us to 35 out of 36 unique jumps completed, all of them except for that one that's up the elevator. And in fact, off video, I tried getting up there by using the flying cars cheat, and it didn't work. Didn't come close. I discovered that the flying cars cheat doesn't work on motorcycles. Who knew? I thought it worked on everything. Anyway, I tried a sports car, and I tried a tank with the turret pointed behind me, and I just couldn't get enough. I couldn't control the thing really, let alone get enough altitude to try to get all the way up to the floor that the elevator brings you up to on that mission. All right, so I'll just remind you of the cash reward. The cash for any given jump is 100 times however many jumps you've just completed. So this one right here, we're going to get $3,200 at the end of this one, which means this is our 32nd of the 36 jumps. However, on the very final jump, instead of getting 3,600, you get 10,000. So you get a bonus on the very last one. So $73,000 in total, but we won't get that last jump for many, many videos. And that one right there from the construction site girder is a 10 out of 10. Fabulous. This one here, 1 out of 10. I can't find the landing zone consistently for this one. Okay. In terms of in-game percentage, every single jump is worth an objective point, which is roughly 0.65%. Every jump is worth 0.65%. And so that means that if you do all 36 jumps, which we're not going to do, we've got 35 here, but if you do all 36, that counts for about 23.4% of the entire 100% in-game completion tracker. Almost a quarter of the 100% is the 36 jumps. It's really surprising. The 16 jumps that we are tackling right here, and now I'm showing you that was the last one. 35 out of 36 is the best we can do as of this early stage. The 16 jumps that we just did in this video were worth about 10.4%. So over 10% of the end-game completion is what you just watched here in 7 minutes of gameplay. All right, so I'll give the unique jumps, I don't know, like 8 out of 10 altogether. I really like them quite a bit. There's just a few that are annoying, but for the most part, it's really awesome to get that slow motion kind of panoramic view for each of these things. Sometimes it's light out, sometimes it's nighttime out. They both look awesome. Sometimes your bike catches fire when you hit the ramp on the jump you're on, and so you got like this, it's like you're this comet flying through the night sky. Beautiful. Okay, so as we wrap up here, I'm just going to pick up some armor, and then we will save our game here. Look out. So let us know in the comments what you think about unique jumps in general, and if there's any that you particularly like, any you particularly despise. Either way, let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.